St-Sauveur, a working-class district that has become a place of choice for young families. Bursting with energy, the new culinary addresses add up, making it a popular place for foodies. In this episode of Chef at the Park, let's follow Chef Yannick Verreau as he introduces us to his favorite artisans and his favorite spots, including the lungs of the neighborhood, Victoria Park.
I make comfort food, basically. I use local produce from markets, farmers. They come and give us the fresh vegetables all year long, and I try to put them in value and make it as fun as possible for everybody. That's my philosophy around it. Yeah. One of my favorite spots to go for dinner, it's the Kraken, which is across the street from Grindel. Olivier is my friend from a long time, and his food is fabulous. It's just incredible. It's my go-to place to either have a simple cocktail or a glass of wine. I like to go to the Chanda, which is Asian grocery. They have imported goods from there, and their fridges are always full of nice exotic vegetables. What's cool about working on Saint-Vallier and in this neighborhood is the brotherhood that's set between all the shops, and everybody talks to each other. We all do business together. It tightens up our relationships. The plan today is simple. We're going to go have a picnic at the Parc Victoria. We're going to go grill some food, some nice vegetables, bread, make a little sandwich out of that. To do that, we have to go grab some bread at Louis Marchand, and then some vegetables probably at La Locale, and stop by the Pied Bleu as well for the sausage, and Renard La Chouette for fresh cheese. But first, we're going to go have a nice cup of coffee at the St-Sauveur, because I don't do anything without my coffee. What I like about St-Sauveur is you get in there, and if you don't feel rowdy or you're hearing noise or talking to people, you just go there. You have a book, you have your coffee, you center your energy for the day. That's what I do when I go to St-Sauveur.
St-Sauveur is a business that has like 3 sides to it. We have the bookstore, we have like used and new books that we sell. We host a lot of cultural events in our place. This weekend we had like a drag event. In the coffee shop we have like few things to eat, and we also have like a normal coffee shop menu. So we wanted to have our business in St-Sauveur because there was no space for that hosted cultural events, no bookstore. Also, you always had to go in Saint-Roch, and it was really important for us to like have a roaster that is owned by women, because in the coffee space it's usually run by men. Me and Cynthia are part of the LGBTQ community, so we wanted to like create a safe space for the community.
Louis Marchand is a bakery. They were set up at l'Île d'Orléans, and they came up here to pimp their things and be a local bakery, and they make the best pain de fesses in Québec. Écoute, Louis, moi je m'en vais faire un barbecue tantôt avec mes chums, puis on cherche un pain pour faire un sandwich qu'on va griller.
J'ai ce qu'il te faut.
Yes,
check
comme
ça. Particulier, un pain rond, cuit dans un moule fermé.
Ben oui.
Belle farine bio du Québec. Vois-tu, ici, on a essayé de s'inscrire un peu différemment du courant qu'on peut rencontrer aujourd'hui dans la boulangerie artisanale. On voulait essayer d'aller chercher des produits canadiens, un peu de l'histoire, tu sais. Alors, je m'appelle Louis Marchand. Je suis le boulanger propriétaire de la boulangerie Louis Marchand et compagnie. On s'est installé ici dans le quartier et on s'est aperçu que c'était un désert concernant la boulangerie. Ça manquait dans le quartier parce que les gens sont très contents d'avoir un boulanger près de chez eux. Puis, on a des collaborations avec justement d'autres commerces du quartier. On travaille vraiment de façon artisanale. Puis, mon but, c'est surtout d'avoir un comptoir bien garni, bien varié, puis être capable justement de satisfaire la clientèle qui se déplace. Je suis bien content. Puis, je pense que les gens du quartier sont contents aussi qu'on soit venu s'installer ici.
La Locale, we're really lucky to have that in our neighborhood because we had a little bit of a lack of local fresh ingredients. So all the vegetables come to the closest farm from here. And they also have some bulk So you can buy some balsamic vinegar, some wild cherry syrup, some camelina oil, some olive oils, and the staff over there is amazing. So yeah, that's what's fun about going at La Locale.
Hi,
Hi Danielle, how's it going? I'm going to the park and cooking some food. Want to make a sandwich. I was thinking maybe put some sausage on that, grill it.
Sausage. The restaurant Le Pied Bleu, it's a charcuterie bar and a restaurant where the people are welcome to share the plate. And it's very friendly. We are in St-Sauveur since 11 years. It's very nice because all the people live in the neighborhood, come here and in the other little shop where the people make homemade bread, the charcuterie, the cheese, they can buy the vegetable and have a direct link with the people who make that.
Le Renard et la Chouette, which is their little sister, is more a buvette style, conviviality. They have a big selection of natural wine again, and their chef mainly cooks vegetables and vegetarian food, but brings it like a meaty plate. Plus they added to that newly milkery. So they make fresh cheese, fresh milk, yogurt, and all that, the milk products, and it's pretty sweet.
The idea behind our beer is pretty much brewing a variety of different style. So in a few examples, we do a traditional Pilsner. We also do some American IPAs that we can change with local grains, local hops, and the local yeast. The whole production is here in St-Sauveur. We have a few tanks in the back and the basement with a canning system. Most of our beers refer to the St-Sauveur quartier, which is a way to contribute and to remind people that we're a local brewery, we're in this district, and we brew beer for people around. The interesting part of St-Sauveur is that the development comes from inside, so people who live here start small businesses here, so we all kind of know each other and we develop it together. So it's a little bit chaotic, but it's really nice and it comes from the people.
What do you suggest I have for a beer?
A good pairing with that sandwich, I would go with Kavka, which is a Tmavy Pivot, classic Czech Republic dark lager.
Nice.
It's actually a collaboration we did with La Barberie.
Cool.
Brewery not far from here. So I would go with that beer because you talked about grilled vegetables. That would remind me of the roastiness of the beer. And also you talk about sunflower seeds and the grain of the bread, which remind me of like a malty beer, which is exactly what you need. So good day at the park, a good lager, but with the roastiness.
Sweet, thanks.
There you go.
Have a good day.
Victoria Park is one of the oldest public parks in Quebec. Let's dive a bit into its history to better appreciate this magnificent green space in the Capitale Nationale. At the end of the 1890s, Quebec enjoyed a period of thriving urban life. After several decades of decline, the economy was finally recovering. The city was modernizing. It was being progressively electrified. New constructions were springing up everywhere. However, there is a flip side to this coin. The Saint-Roch, St-Sauveur, and Limoilou sectors in particular were then marked by an industrial and blue-collar lifestyle. What's more, the great fires of the 19th century, including the one in 1889, razed hundreds of homes in addition to destroying several wooded areas. Some people cynically say that there were almost more factories than trees in Quebec's lower town. So, in an effort to take advantage of this economic revival, elected municipal officials wanted to restore access to nature for the citizens of working-class suburbs by creating an oasis, a green lung in the lower town. The mayor of Quebec, Simon Napoleon Parent, promised to create a large park. He took action along with his team. In April 1896, the municipal administration bought a large piece of land that belonged to the religious congregation of the Augustin de la Miséricorde de Jesus, who managed the nearby General Hospital. This very special location would require the construction of not one, but 2 bridges, a clause that also appeared in the purchase contract. The park was given a typically Victorian look with its groves and winding paths. Hundreds of willows were planted along with thousands of flowers. Throughout these green spaces, they also built a greenhouse, a pavilion with a restaurant, and an observation tower, all beautiful infrastructures to attract citizens. Initially, this new green space was set to be called Parent Park, in reference, of course, to Mayor Simon Napoleon Parent. But when the time came for the inauguration in June 1897, the 60th anniversary of Queen Victoria's coronation had just been celebrated. The name Victoria Park was chosen instead, since it was a great opportunity to flatter the sovereign. And so Victoria Park was officially opened on June 22, 1897, in the presence of approximately 20,000 people. Victoria Park evolved over the 20th century to the point where it became like a giant playground. The park was equipped with sports infrastructures and equipment, including a swimming pool, a soccer field, a skateboarding area, as well as a volleyball, basketball, tennis, and hockey courts. After a tougher period in the 1950s and 1960s when the banks of the St. Charles River were covered in concrete, Victoria Park has now regained its green vocation. It still hosts many organized sports activities and welcomes runners, walkers, and nature lovers.
I'm at the Parc Victoria, surrounded by a soccer field, kids playing in the park. Bright sunny day. I'm here to cook a grilled sandwich with some sausage and some nice locally grown vegetables. I'm gonna make a nice fresh summer sandwich. So first, obviously, we're gonna start by cooking this lovely, magnificent sausage that Pied Bleu made for us. It's sunflower seed and flax seed. Barbecue's nice and hot. So now the sausage is grilling, so we're gonna start and cut up our vegetables, get them ready to go on the barbecue. Lovely radishes from Cathy that we bought at La Locale. Cathy is owner of the Jardin de la Mescla, which is situated in Neuville, so not too far from here. We're gonna make a fabulous salad, cut them nice big chunks. So we're gonna do this rustic style. I got some nice asparagus. I'm gonna cut the little heads off, make them beautiful on the sandwich. Quick look on the sausage, it's going hot. All right, now we're gonna slice up some little baby turnips that also got at La Locale. These come from La Baigneuse, which is a nice little farm, local farm in Port-Neuf. These ones we're gonna keep raw. So we're gonna slice super thin on the mandolin. Put some camelina oil, a lovely crack of pepper, coarsely ground. All right, let's check out on that sausage. Oh yeah. Vegetables are grilling nice. And then now we're gonna whip some the base of the sandwich, which is the faisselle cheese from the Renard et la Chouette Milkery. Lovely product. Right here we got some nice parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Just whip that around. Now you see a nice creamy texture. It's a nice spread. Simplicity is the key for a good barbecue at the park. I'm gonna start the little vinaigrette to add to the vegetables, which is a creamy vinaigrette with the crème fraîche and the boursin cheese. So now we're gonna put our lovely sunflower seed and sourdough bread from Louis Marchand. I put a bit of camelina oil on it to give it a little booster. All right, the sausage is done. Let it cool down a bit. The beer time is close, guys. All right, so now it's time to cut the sausage. Nice big chunks. Again, to stay rustic. And now we go with our faisselle. Nice spread. And we add some little sausages. Now we get the turnips, thinly sliced turnips. Now we're gonna add a little bit of grilled vegetables, the asparagus tips. Finish this with the camelina oil. And as well, our wild cherry syrup, communément appelé sirop de merisier in Quebec. It reminds the balsamic. And there we got ourselves a nice local sandwich grilled on the barbecue. It's fabulous. All right, now let's finish the dressing for the salad. I use our crème fraîche and the boursin cheese from, again, Le Renard et la Chouette. And we just fold that together. Have ourselves a nice side of salads. The grilled vegetables and fresh vegetables mixed with the boursin cheese and the crème fraîche. Should be fabulous. All right, to go with those plates, lovely sandwich and lovely salad. I'm gonna try Olivier's suggestion that Mavi Pivot. Nothing makes a better picnic than being surrounded with good friends and having a good beer. Cheers.